Let me tell you, people were cutting up this morning.
It told me that I could have the use of my maiden name, so it says that on there. But I don't want my maiden name. This is my business name. And then that's another thing. I'm not using my maiden name, man. It gives me the option. It gives me the option, but it doesn't tell me that I have to go back there. And that's not federal. I've lived in Pennsylvania. I've lived in California. I've lived all over. And they've never had to ask me. She said they need to establish a paper trail. And that's a paper trail. Listen to me though. Listen to me. It's not policy though. But that's not policy though. Then I have to go. So I have to go to the mayor's office in City Hall because that's not policy. That's not policy though. Sandra, that's not policy though.
There was a lady in there who went off on the young lady that was helping me get my Georgia's driver's license. This was quite an experience, but it's official. Now I need my license plate because my tags are expired. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. What is today's date? It is April the 18th on a Thursday, local time, 4:26 a.m. in Atlanta. All right, guys, I had a few days off, like 4 days. Today, I start a 4-day trip. So I will be working 4 days, 1 day off, 4 days, 1 day off, another 4 days, and then I go into May with 1 day off. So it's going to be a grind for the next, 10 or so days. But let me tell you very quickly where I am going because I am sweating because I had to do a very vigorous walk, and I'll talk to you a little bit more about that later. All right, so it's Atlanta to airport code IAH, which is Houston, Texas. So I am doing a turn this morning. So I'm going from Atlanta to Houston and coming back to Atlanta, where I will be changing aircrafts, and also I have a ground time or a sit of 1 hour and 57 minutes when I come back to Atlanta. Now we are going on an A320, so I'm leaving one, going to another. It's Atlanta to airport code MDW, which is Midway or Chicago, Illinois. Now when I get to Midway, guys, I will have a 15-hour and 47-minute layover. Now, ladies and gentlemen, for this trip, I have 3 layovers in Midway, okay? So today, Midway, tomorrow, Midway, the next day, Midway. All right. Now, day 2 and 3 are the same. It is Midway to Atlanta, and then Atlanta to airport code DFW, which is Dallas-Fort Worth, and then Dallas-Fort Worth back to Midway. All right. So again, day 2 and 3 are the same. And then day 4 is one leg, guys. It is Midway to Atlanta. So that is the gist of this 4-day trip. Time away from base, 77 hours and 50 minutes. And the credit hours for this 4-day is 23 hours. Now for this 4-day pairing, I am the Beyonce. Now I am near my gate. My report time is 4:30 this morning, so I have a few minutes to talk to you guys. Now the reason why I am sweating this morning, the trains were down. Okay, so I got here about 3:55. KCM doesn't open at 4. Got through KCM. Thank God I did not get random, but the trains were down. So I had to take a very vigorous walk, okay? The type of walk I did is the kind that Jill Scott sung about. When she said, let's take a long walk, that was me, okay? I took a very long walk. Now, by the time I got to the B gates, okay, from T, I noticed the train was running. So I quickly gathered my 3 bags and got on the train. Now, I have been sweating profusely because it is hot. Again, I am toting 3 bags. I got the sweater on, the scarf, and this wig that I am wearing. Now, guys, I'm going to head to my gate, sit here, and kind of blot my face down. But my first leg is going to Houston, so I'll be with you guys a little bit more later. But as always, safety checks, pre-flight requirements, and as Beyonce, I got to know what's going on with this aircraft. Guys, I will see you in Houston. Good morning. We are in Houston, Texas. It is 7:05 a.m. We're going to be boarding in 5 minutes. It was 1 hour and 51 coming from Atlanta. We are on an A320 SpaceFlex, so 186 passengers, max capacity, 31 rows of seats, a little over halfway full. Now going back to Atlanta, we're going to be 3/4 full. Now when I get to Atlanta, we are changing aircrafts. We have an hour and 57 ground time. So remember, that's a freestyle. I'm not getting paid. Then we hop on another flight going to Midway. They can't see you, Stash. Now they can in the back. Okay guys, so I will see you when I get to Atlanta. Good morning. I like that first officer, by the way. Stash, that's why I call him. Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are at our next plane. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are on our next plane. Had to do a plane change, of course, when we got to Atlanta. Hour 51 coming from Houston. This is my last leg going to Midway. Pretty full flight. I will see you in Midway. And good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Today's date is Friday, April the 19th. And the local time right now in Midway is about 5:20 a.m. 5:40 a.m. is my van time. Guys, it's 3 legs today. It is Midway to Atlanta, Atlanta to Dallas, and Dallas back to Midway, Chicago, where I will have another layover. And my layover today is 13 hours and 39 minutes. My last flight yesterday, Atlanta to Midway, was an hour and 30 minutes. I got in this room, took a nap, woke up, ate, and tried to go back to sleep. Now guys, I have a hard time falling asleep when I need to, but the 3 legs are not that long and hopefully I make it. But ladies and gentlemen, I am going to wrap everything up, meet my crew downstairs, and start my day off. This is my look today with this wig. Again, it's supposed to be a middle part. I am making it a very disrespectful side part. So that is what's going on. As of now, all the flights are on time, but we will see, ladies and gentlemen. I gotta get on this aircraft, safety checks, pre-flight requirements. See you in Atlanta. Good morning. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are in Atlanta. It's about 10:05 a.m. Boarding starts at 10:15 a.m. It was an hour and 26 coming from Midway. The next flight is going to Dallas. Now we are on a A320 SpaceFlex. It's 186 passengers, max capacity, 31 rows of seats. We were nearly a full flight. I want to say 3/4 full because it was oversold, but we had quite a few seats open. This one is the same load count, 3/4 full with maybe 15 seats open, so we'll see. Yeah, this is leg 2 or 3, going to Dallas, and then we're going to Midway. All right, I'm still holding on. The wig is still curly, eyebrows are still on. So far, it's a good flight, good day. See you in Dallas. Good morning. So ladies and gentlemen, we are in Dallas Fort Worth. It's about 12:40 p.m.-ish, I think. Let's see, flight time. It was an hour and 46 coming from Atlanta. Now the next leg, of course, is going to Midway. Now this flight was full. All the flights today, okay, are over 160 people checked in. Now the first one was oversold, leaving Midway, coming to Atlanta. The next 2 guys, like 175 checked in. But anyways, this flight that we just had, the last flight was turned up. I met 2 moms with their sons. They are actually going from Atlanta to Dallas, Dallas to Phoenix, because their sons are in a track meet. And so we were talking about track and all these things. It was a really good flight. It's been a pretty chill day. The first day, I had a couple issues. Today it's been pretty chill. Right now they're doing minor cleaning because, again, we tidy, but when it comes to like vacuuming, that's something Gate Agents got to do, not us. All right, so I'm gonna get ready for this next flight, guys. I will see you in Midway with God's blessing. Good afternoon. So we just landed from our flight. What was our flight coming from? From Dallas, okay? It was an hour and 37 minutes. Right now my crew members, they are buying some stuff from Chicago News. Let me flip this camera that way. Look at them in the background. It's $19.99. for a sweater or some kind of sweatshirt. They did not come prepared. I did not either. It is a little chilly and windy out here in Chicago. This is definitely not wig-friendly weather. So I'm gonna sit here. Well, I'm gonna stand here for a few minutes, let them buy what they're gonna buy, and then we're gonna head to our shuttle. It's interesting. Now, I did get paid. Paycheck is a little decent. Still disrespectful, but it's on a better disrespectful spectrum. Not totally disrespectful. Disrespectful, if that makes sense. Okay, I can live, I can breathe. All my cards are maxed out. Life has really hit me kind of crazy. Waiting for my state taxes. They're gonna take my federal. I am almost done paying the IRS. Yes.
For backup air refreshener, they free.
What's this?
Instead of store, it's free. Like use for backup air refreshener.
What is this? Is this deodorant? Yeah. Okay. She's giving me some free stuff. All right, guys. We'll talk later.
The next day.
And good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Today's date is Saturday, April the 20th. The local time right now in Midway, Chicago. Our Chicago Midway is 5:23 a.m. My van time is 5:40 a.m. Now, ladies and gentlemen, day 3 is the same as yesterday. 3 legs, Midway to Atlanta, Atlanta to Dallas-Fort Worth, and Dallas-Fort Worth back to Midway or back to Chicago Midway. And when we get back today, I do have another 13-hour and some change layover. But ladies and gentlemen, this is my look today. I decided to wear the wig as a middle part. It looks decent. I did put some water in my little cream. So right now the curls are giving, but we'll see how I look after leg 1. There is a Starbucks at this hotel, so I'm gonna order me a venti, because this is Trenta and I still got product. So a venti strawberry lemonade acai with no inclusions. It's because I don't wanna get pregnant, and no ice. And I'm also gonna order a sausage, egg, and cheddar sandwich. That is what I'll be having for breakfast this morning. But guys, we will talk later. You already know, safety checks, pre-flight requirements. Any changes, I'll be back with you. If not, good morning. All right, guys, I'm just stepping off the aircraft. It was 1 hour and 35 coming from Midway. All right, our next leg is going to be to Dallas. We are in Atlanta. There's a little bit of a ground stop in Dallas, so our flight is delayed until 12 or 13. We'll start boarding like around, I don't know, 11:15. But I'm gonna step off, go to Chipotle, get something to eat, and come back on. Is she? Okay, she hasn't came off yet. But yeah, that's how it is sometimes. I got my drink in this cup. So guys, we'll be talking later when I guess when I get to Dallas. If there's any more changes, I'll be back. And yeah, oh, see that fan? See that? This is what you call Beyonce fan. All right, we'll speak later. All right, so here's an update. Right now it is, what time is it in Atlanta? Let me see, 12:50 p.m. The weather went from bad to worse in Dallas. So right now there is a 5-hour and some change delay. So the flight from Atlanta to Dallas, of course, is canceled. I feel bad for the passengers. So there's 2 options we have right now at this point. Since the flight is canceled, they can have us stay here because I am a line holder, which means I will be pay protected for the rest of this trip. Or what I think they might do is have us ferry this flight from Atlanta to Midway, since we're supposed to come back in the morning. So I don't know. Right now, all the passengers are off. They were told to get their luggage. This is crazy, but this is a part of the unexpected world of a flight attendant. Things like this happen. Weather is outside of our control. So hopefully we'll figure out something. But I guess crew scheduling is going to call us and give us an update on what's going to happen. So I'll be back with any updates. But in the meantime, I'm going to sit here, eat my Chipotle, and mind my business and wait for further instructions.
A few moments later.
All right, so crew scheduling just called me. We are going to work a flight with us from Atlanta to Midway. I think reserves are going to ferry this flight to Midway, so we still got to work. It's expected, so we're heading there now. We're in the D gates. We got to go to F9. So yeah, see you guys in Midway. We'll figure out what happens from there. All right, guys, we are in Chicago Midway. It's been quite a long day. Right now, I am en route, walking to Fridays to meet some of my crew members. I promised the first round was on me since I did stand them up last night. So I am tired, but I am here. Ladies and gentlemen, it is 7:51 p.m. I just got back from Fridays. It was an hour and 27 minutes coming from Atlanta to Midway. I am extremely tired, but I just want to give you a recap of the day. So I really thought we were going to take a ferry flight from Atlanta. I did not know there was another flight out there. I guess the crew that was supposed to work the flight got stuck in Dallas, I believe. So we took their plane. So it's been quite a day. I was so certain about a ferry flight, but it did not happen. So we went from the D gates to the F gates. And I thought they had pre-boarders on there, right? And all we had to do was just go and put our luggage up and take off. They didn't. So those passengers were waiting. The passengers that were supposed to go to Dallas, some had connections. Today was just a hot mess, but I am here. I went out to Fridays. I had an okay meal, but I did not enjoy the meal. Although I did enjoy the time with the crew. When you sit around, guys, and really talk to your crew, you are surprised what they think of you. And like I said, there's people who don't want to fly with me based on what they heard about me. And I will say this and I will stand on this. If you do your job, we're not gonna have a problem. And now that I am an ISC, I gotta make sure that I am upholding the policies and guidelines, because people look at you like you're breaking the rules. I need to be the example because the company is entrusting that I will do the right thing so that these new hires that come on the line, they know what to do and what not to do. So that is why I am by the book. I will always be by the book. Now, am I a perfect flight attendant? Of course not. But I will continue to strive for excellence and perfection because I always want to be good at my job. And also, it is the Aries in me. But guys, we have a 5:40 van time. We need to meet downstairs by 5:30. This hotel shuttle stops at multiple locations, so I don't want to be left behind because my report time at the gate is 5:55 a.m. So ladies and gentlemen, we will talk in the morning with God's blessing. Good night. And good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Today's date is Sunday, April the 21st, and the local time right now in Chicago Midway is 9 a.m. Now you may be asking yourself, Deanne, why are you still in the room? Good question. Let me tell you the answer. So I wake up at 4 a.m. to get ready because our van time was 5:40 a.m. And I noticed all these messages from the crew. Our flight was supposed to depart at 6:45 a.m. Now it is 11:15 a.m. So we changed our van time from 5:40 to 9:20 a.m. for a 9:45 show time at the gate. So we're starting off with day 4, go home day with a delay. So as of right now, the flight leaves at 11:15 a.m. I will get to Atlanta, I think about 2 something. See guys, that is why you should always check your schedule. Now crew scheduling did not notify me. They just made changes to my schedule. So right now what I'm about to do is do a final sweep out of this room, head downstairs because this hotel has Starbucks. I'm going to order my drink, order my sandwich, and wait for the shuttle. Hopefully nothing else delays this flight. I'm not sure why it's delayed, but none of that matters to me. I just want to go home because I have tomorrow off and then I work another 4-day. I told you guys it's like 4 days working, 1 day off in between. But that is what's going on. It is cold out here. I did not bring my jacket, which I forgot. This is my look going to Atlanta. But ladies and gentlemen, you know I gotta get to the airport, get through KCM, safety checks, pre-flight requirements. I'll see you in Atlanta. Good morning. I'm back in Atlanta. It is 3:28 p.m. I just got to the employee parking lot. I just got back to my car. We were on an A320 SpaceFlex, 186 passengers, max capacity, 31 rows of seats. Now this flight was oversold, but we end up having a few seats open. I am just so happy to be back. I know there was a delay. I still don't know why. It was like almost a 5-hour delay. And I really, really despise delays. It affects everybody, not only the crews, but also the passengers, right? Especially with connections. And it is a cycle. And what I mean by that is that Dallas flight, it was canceled on us. And it also canceled for a few other crews that were heading to Dallas yesterday. So all those passengers, if they haven't already rebooked with another airline, they will have to get rebooked on us. So if the flight is oversold and you can't get on, then you go to the next one. I absolutely love this working crew that I was with. I got along with everybody. It was a pretty good 4-day trip. Again, not everybody works well together, but I've flown with a few of the crew members, and the ones that did not know me, we gelled. So it has been raining in Atlanta. Scratchy Jr. is a little dirty. I am going to kind of rinse her off and put some wax on it because guys, I am all about keeping my car clean and looking and smelling nice. So that concludes my triple layover in Midway. Again, I have this trip on the 3rd of May if I do not change or drop the trip. But ladies and gentlemen, Ford Explorers, old and new, thank you guys for coming with me on this trip. Thank you for supporting my channel, and thank you for rocking with me. Until the next time, guys, I will talk to you later. Peace.